Hello and welcome to a very exciting episode of FIA Insider, because we are here at PF International in Grantham for the MondoKart.com FIA Karting World Championship, back in the UK for its 60th anniversary. My name is Paul Wallace and this is the truest form of entry-level grassroots motor racing, where so many motorsport legends have learnt their craft. Nigel.
Good to see you.
And you. How cool is it? This is a great view.
Very cool, very cool.
60 years of the World Championship karting. Can you talk me through how the sport has evolved?
Wow, well, 60 years of karting, it's unbelievable. In the early days, it was like everything it started. It was, you'd have a van, you'd have a car, you'd have a trailer, people would do it, they'd get enthusiastic. Events like World Championships were almost unheard of, but again, I guess the gathering of people at that point, and the competitive nature of the sport, it was probably a very good idea and it evolved from there. But over those 60 years, it's just amazing how the sport has changed. A lot more professional now. Obviously, of course, we're here this weekend for the World Championships, but the history of all those people there, and again, I know I'm from the UK, but so we've got to mention people like Mike Wilson and Terry Fullerton, and we've got a good pedigree, but throughout the world as well, it's been a fantastic showcase of motorsport.
So this weekend, obviously incredibly special. There's going to be historic karts as well as these karts that are going around in the juniors are racing. So can you talk about the evolution of the kart and what that means for lap times as well?
Obviously in those early days, late 50s, 60s, tyres were very narrow, technology was very low key. When you got to the 70s, 80s, it evolved into not a dissimilar vehicle to what it is now. The thing that has massively changed in recent years is bodywork. And again, the bodywork, yes, it looks nice, very cosmetic. I think that would probably be the massive difference, is the size of the kart and the bodywork is the big difference from the early days.
Amazing. Well, I can't wait for the weekend and see the karts go around. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate
Cheers.
it.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to PF.
Thank you very much for allowing me inside your office where we can see some legends of the world.
Goes back a long time.
Yeah, 60th anniversary for the World Championship for karting. Can you talk to me a little bit about some of the legends, some of the special moments that you've had over the years here at PF International?
Yes, I mean, I obviously started in 1960 when they were raw. They've certainly got better. I think the karts are very good.
There's definitely some future motorsport legends that are racing this weekend. You must have had...
Oh, yes.
You've had a lot of legends here as juniors racing.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, Hamilton started here. All those my drivers have had in the past,
A lot of history here.
There's a lot of history, yes.
How does that make you feel? It's something that you created.
I'm very happy that I've done this, yes. It's been more expensive than what I thought.
We're here in the paddock where I've just been given the green light to head into one of the garages so that I can go and ask a bunch of questions and get a full tour of one of the karts. So let's head inside. Thank you very much for showing me around the kart. One question I have.
Yeah.
Why so many karts?
So every team in the paddock, including us, we have 2 karts per driver. So it looks a lot because there's a lot of drivers.
Yeah, okay. And this kart in particular, what championship is this kart for?
So this kart is homologated to do all the championships.
Oh, okay.
National, international.
And a junior can also drive this?
Yeah, this is properly a junior kart.
Yeah.
It's a 125cc engine.
Yeah. So there's a lot of karts here.
Yeah.
How does a driver gain an advantage? How much can you customize this particular kart for the driver that it's built for?
There's a lot of things you could. I say it is basic, but there is a lot of things you can change on a kart, depending on the preferences on the drivers you have.
Okay.
Because not every driver is the same. One is taller, one is smaller, one has a different driving style. From that.
Wow. So it's a fully customizable setup.
Yeah.
After the basic components of the kart.
Sure.
Okay. Wow. That makes your job a little bit difficult working with the drivers. Is it a challenge? What's the What's the most challenging part working with young drivers?
To get them to listen to you.
So here we have the go-kart.
Yeah.
Can you talk me through the basics? Like, I'm assuming the brake is on the left?
Yes. So it's, as I said, basic. There's no clutch, there's no gear lever, nothing. You have the brake here and the throttle here.
Yep. So then you've got steering here
wheel.
that I saw there's a screen.
Yeah,
What's
this is
this
the telemetry we use.
Okay.
Star lane. From this display you can see all from water temperature, exhaust temperature, lap times.
Yeah.
And from there we can also see what we did right, what we did wrong.
And what's going on in this section underneath the steering wheel?
Under the steering wheel you have the steering column that is connected to the steering rods. Using that you steer the wheels.
Yeah.
And under the steering column you have a very basic fuel tank.
Okay.
A full tank of fuel is around 8.5 liters and they can do easily a final of 25 laps.
Here we've got slicks for dry.
So this kart is prepared for how the conditions are right now for slicks. The sun is shining, it's dry.
Yeah.
And then we have the second kart with the rain tires.
Yeah.
Prepared for when, since we're in the UK, probably a rainy day.
In about 5 minutes, I think.
Most likely.
Yeah. Well, seems like I know a lot about the kart now, thanks to you. So I appreciate you explaining how everything works. It feels like at some point I should have a go at one of these. It'll be a lot of fun.
You should. It will be an experience. Trust me.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dino, how are you?
Hi,
Great to see you. This is pretty impressive to see so many karts. And we also have some drivers. How important is your role in nurturing these drivers to make it to the top of motorsport?
If you want to learn to be professional driver in motorsport with 4 wheels, you have to be in karting for first, because it's the only school you can really learn everything.
You've worked with some motorsport legends, Lewis Hamilton. Is there a common factor with these successful drivers that you see and then pass on to young drivers?
When the driver is young, you can only see if he's more talented than another one. But to be success and to be Formula 1 driver, people need to understand also you have to work hard, like any sport. Even a football player, you can see immediately if one is a foot right or bent. But later to be really Ronaldo or Messi, you have to work hard, like any sport.
Tony Karts are pioneers in go-karting. How do you, with your role, drive this team forward, but also stay ahead of everyone else?
Work with this team is amazing. Of course, they have a fantastic story in the past, and sure, stay every year in the top level is not easy, but with this kind of team and this kind of person, we try to do this one.
How important is this part of a young motor racer's journey?
Go-kart is so important for the career of one driver. You start to learn everything about tire pressure, engine, feeling. So of course is the best school that you can.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe too late.
Maybe it's too late now.
John, great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is awesome to see the karts, and you've just been out.
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah, it was good. Just getting warmed up for tomorrow's qualifying, so the pace is good so far. We'll see how it goes tomorrow.
You've been selected by Red Bull to join their program. How exciting is that for you, and does that add a bit of pressure?
I was always a big fan of Red Bull. Obviously, Sebastian Vettel was part of them, so it was definitely a thing that I was excited with, and we'll see what the future brings with the team I'm in.
Can you talk to me a little bit about your journey and what you've been through?
I was karting since I was 5 years old, 4 years old, and my close friends back karting, and I was just got me into it then. I drove around my home country in Ireland for 4 years till I was 9 years old, and then I moved up to the UK in Motorsport UK for a long time just to build up my experience. And then last 2 years I've been part of the FIA Karting Championship and the Champions of Future, so my journey's been a quite long journey. It's been tough, but I'm working hard to get to the top.
How important is it to spread the karting world to the motorsport community and have so many nationalities here on track?
I think it's important for many reasons. First of all, karting is the first stepping stone for many of our future stars in the world of motorsport. Furthermore, karting represents a great opportunity for many countries to establish motorsport culture in the local communities. And I think having as many nationalities represented here in the World Championship is a very strong showcasing of all the good things karting can provide to national ASNs around the world.
A lot of these drivers are incredibly young and they'll have influence from their parents and family, from the teams and from the mentor. Can you tell me a little bit how you can manage that and also what's important for these drivers?
Yes, I think you have a very good point here. We have a lot of young drivers, especially in OK Junior. It's a very young grid. And I think it's very important to remember that even though we are here with the very best karting drivers in the world, most of them are still kids. Most of them are still very early in their development. And I think that's a point that it's very important to be remembered and respected by the teams and the families. Luckily, with the paddock we have now, with all the teams and experts involved in the sport, my feeling is there's a general respect for the whole human being the drivers, and an understanding of all the elements that's required for drivers to develop.
I can't wait for the weekend and seeing the karts go out, so thank you for your time. I've learnt a lot. Great to meet you. Cheers, thank you.
Have a nice weekend.
It has been an action-packed weekend so far. It has been amazing to meet so many different people that make a weekend like this happen, and to see so many young, talented drivers out there aspiring to win world championships. Who knows? The next F1 driver could be out there on track at the moment. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Make sure you subscribe to the FIA YouTube channel, tick the notification bell, and comment what you want to see next on the next episode. Take care, guys. Goodbye.